this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 20. 7-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready, 18 Gator.
Silver. Hey, check 24.
Hey, high 7.
No. Off. Check 13. Check 13. Begin.
Hey, Sam off. Yep.
Check 24.
Hey, seam 6.
Hey, Mike 15.
Go. Get it.
Throwing on first down. Bass. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Check 31.
Topper. Now.
On first down, Irving. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's our time.
6-6, pull it high.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. They run with Hines. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. On 4th down, Bass. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. Taking it in. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Steps away to his left. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
60 outlaw. Go.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. Looking deep for Adams. It's caught at the 10. Give him 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll look to throw here. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That'll be taken in the end zone. Spinning past him. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Hey, shoot.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
51 to Mike. 51.
Look at me. Zipper.
You think you won't get this?
Rock it.
You think you won't get this?
Right.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bass. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Kenny Clark, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
On no run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, their last miss on third down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a fourth down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Right there, 54, right there.
2nd and 14. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ja'Kai Polite showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
Bravo.
31's the mic. Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up. 31's the mic. Too little, cut.
Hey, Charlie. 35.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Blue draw quarter.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing.
Ready?
They begin the drive with Hines. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Come on, set. 60 or.
Get that quarterback.
Yo, go. Smooth.
951.
Hit it.
To throw on 2nd down. Bass. He's going to look deep for Moore. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here we go.
Now.
Stay at home.
Get it.
They're going to look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
31's the mic.
No game on this defense, no game.
31's the mic. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 30.
Hey. Look at me. Door. Fan.
Switch.
Snap.
They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Ready?
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Go.
Here we go. Mike 51.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Five. Yes.
Go, Mike 51.
Go.
To throw again. Bass. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
On the double. Hey, box drop. Yep.
Check. Lucky. Switch.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bass. Kenny Clark, his 2nd sack of the night.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. That's taken it around the 40. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
On the ready.
Check Mike 54. Check the out.
They'll run on first down. It's Vaughn, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
The Packers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. He's got his man. That's Wallace. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 33 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
51's the Mike.
Hey!
Mike.
Go.
On first down, Bass. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 69 yards. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken near the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6-man. Check curl.
2nd and 4. Escapes the sack. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes, because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
At the 47-yard line.
Set. 60 or. Hey, Haywood.
2nd and 11. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
You better be afraid of me. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Slam, slam, slam.
Recon, 132 fighter.
And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a third down attempt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Got it.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before.
It's a foot race. 30, 10, touchdown, Carolina. Nyheim Hines as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set, ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
Ready, set.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, team six. Check right 54. Right 54.
They'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. On now is the Packers punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at the 15. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Bang, 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 bang. Spikes 3, 218, chopper. Get it.
They run again with Hines. Fights loose. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Go. Clear. Now.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Finds a man with a crossing route. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They give them 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
In your face.
22 jet bomber. Hey, orbit.
Operating from the gun. Bass towards the end zone for Brown. Marquise Brown. 40 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Check.
25, check 25, check 25.
Alert 3.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Shoot. Watch out.
Here's Hines. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 49-yard line.
Bravo. Shoot.
Off the play fake. Bass. He's got his man on the crossing route. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 0-1, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to give the tuck roll, didn't you? Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82. And the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. Now it's Hines, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
The tackle made by Kevin
West.
It's a gain
That's
of
what I'm
4.
talking about.
Makes
Nice
it
hit,
3rd and 2.
Chef!
Hey.
That's me.
Hit it.
On 3rd down, Hines. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. On 4th down, Bass. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 68 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Let's go.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Hollywood Marquise Brown saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Brian Burns in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Go, go.
4-7's the mic, 4-7's the mic. All right, T, let's check. All right, T. Mike's 47.
Looking to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4.
Squeeze. Go. Shoot.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
31's the mic. Let him know. 31's the mic.
Go. Hey, lock it.
Hatch it.
Fight.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
It's a turnover on down.
You ready?
51's the mic. Check. Hey.
6-6. Pull it high. Ready?
On 1st down, Irving. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
On 3rd down, Irving. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Taken down right at
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And this one is right through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a give right side. Vaughn. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Packers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He'll drop to throw, and he's going to go down again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
90, Wolf.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the shift. Watch the shift.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That good for 19 and a 1st down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Give him 15 there. The Packers have a first. James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Yes.
Watch the whip.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
What we got?
Out. 80 weapon. Hey, Delta. Now.
From the gun, Bass. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get